This man can cook with Sylvester Madu. Let's enter the kitchen and face the heat. Okay guys, this is still Men Can Cook with Sylvester Madu. Right now I'm preparing to make stew. First of all, you can see the meat. This is turkey. I want to make turkey stew and gizzard. So first of all, I have to wash this thoroughly. Make sure all the dirts are out. Sometimes you can buy this from the market and it's not well cleaned. You can buy it from the grocery stores, from the meat shop, and it's not properly cleaned. So you have to take a time to do it properly so that you don't have something smelling and not looking nice. It's a bit tough though, especially when you go to get it from some places where they're not really so keen about cleaning up these things. So you get it sorted out. And this is about the last one. Alright, so we are going to drain this water out, the water with which I wash. At least this should be the second time now I'm washing it. So pour the water away. Don't forget, this is Men Can Cook with Sylvester Madu, and this is Sylvester Madu style. I'm doing it my way. So this turkey and this gizzard, I'm going to cook it, boil it. Sometimes it's not really good to put so much water when you're boiling the meat, except if you want to use the water for something else, So right now we're going to put this in the fire, cut the onions, put the thyme, put the other condiments, and then we're ready, good to go. So once it's cooked, I'll come back to you. This is Men Can Cook with Sylvester Madu. Ciao. Alright guys, here we are. I'm about to cut the onions. Yes. I'm about to cut the onions for the meat. Okay. It's usually very good to have a lot of onion in your food because it's healthy. Yeah, it's quite healthy. It's really, really healthy, especially raw onions. As a matter of fact, I do chew raw onions, just like I chew garlic. These are healthy foods. It's not everything you cook. Although, for the onion and for the garlic, sometimes you just have to get it. In your food, so that you can have the full taste. Sometimes when I'm making noodles, I usually add the onions as the last thing. So after cutting it, make sure you wash it. Okay? Make sure you wash the onions very well. Wash it properly before slicing it. So after washing it, also wash your fish. So for me, the way I like to cut my onions, no matter what I'm cooking, is big. I like to cut it big. You know, I don't like all those tiny chops. I like to chop it big. Yeah. Sometimes I do cut it small though. But sometimes just have it big. You know. So this is Men Can Cook with Sylvester Madu. We're just doing it our own way. We're doing it our own way. Any kitchen we will find ourselves, we will cook. Just give us the kitchen. Just give us the stove. You know, just give us the stove and then we start the work. Give us the gas, put everything together and you have your food ready. This is Sylvester Madu. Men Can Cook. Cut. Okay, so now after cutting the onions, I have to put it in there. Okay. Meanwhile, like I told you, I like to eat raw onions. Tastes really good. So put everything. Everything in it. Then I can add the spice, the pepper, grounded pepper. Okay, so I'll stir it. And then I will also get the curry and add to it. Sorry, not curry, the thyme. I'll add thyme to it. Sometimes I like to put the thyme quite early, sometimes I put it a bit late. Okay, so here's the thyme. It's actually supposed to have come in earlier, but whatever time you add it, still good. Now this is turkey and some little piece of gizzards cooking. After this, once it's cooked, the next thing I want to do is to, I'll marinate it and then I'll bake it. I'll make sure it's a bit dry before I can use it to cook the stew, because turkey is usually very soft, and once you put it in the stew, before you know, everything is melting away. So when you bake it, or rather not bake, maybe when you kind of barbecue it, let me use the word barbecue it, then it's a bit dry. That way it will be good. It will still be together when you put it in the soup or in the stew. So this is Men Can Cook with Sylvester Madu, and this is Sylvester Madu's way, my style of cooking. So I'll be right back. Ciao. Okay guys, this is the turkey and the gizzard. As you can see, matter of fact, it's cooked already. Okay, it's cooked. You can actually eat it like this. But what I want to do is I want to put it in this deep foil, then I'll marinate it and then I'll bake it. So I'll bake it and make it like a barbecue. So I'll turn off the gas. So I just dish it out, and here I have to use this kind of a spoon so that you don't have much water inside this. Yokoto. This is turkey and gizzard. Turkey and gizzard. Now as I put the first set, I'll just, now this is chicken, sorry, not chicken, pepper suya. These are Aboki pepper suya. So I got it from one of them. So I just spray it around on this one. Okay, I reserve the rest. So I can now get these ones out, put on top, put these ones out, put them on top. Now this is what my wife always call Miliano. You know, sometimes it looks good, sometimes it can look the way it's looking. So sometimes you might want to use it to cook, maybe make soup or stew, add it to your soup or stew. Depends on your choice. Depends on your choice. So I try to make sure I get everything out. Nothing is left behind. Okay. Yeah, so that's all. So as it is now, put this one here. You know what I'm trying to do actually is just to make this meat much stronger. I would have loved to say, let me fry it. You know, I could decide to fry it and then use it, but I want the stew to have a different kind of taste. Sometimes some people will just fry it to be dry, but this is my style. I want to bake it so that you can have a different taste in the stew as you're eating it. As you're eating it and eating it, you will have a different kind of taste. So that's why I'm not applying much of the Aboki pepper, the suya pepper. Just a little is enough, because usually the Aboki pepper usually have some kind of taste, you know. some kind of taste, like you go to buy suya. Imagine when you use suya to cook stew. But this is different. This is turkey and gizzard. And this is men can cook with Sylvester Madu. Be right back. So right now, we are going to be putting this in here. We have it in here. And then, alright, so right now, we're going to start baking at 350, right? And then we're going to bake for like 35 minutes. And within 35 minutes, it's going to congeal. It's going to be strong. It's going to be like, it's dry. What now? Oponko small, otonko. Then it is very video civil stew. When I know my meal. Just trying to diversify. So this is Make and Cook with Sylvester Madu. We'll be right back. Okay guys, we're right back, and this is Men Can Cook with Sylvester Madu on Sylvester Madu TV. So I'm still baking the turkey and the gizzard, and I want to make stew with it. But already you can see the stew items are prepared. Okay, now we have the stove on. We have the oil in the pot. I'm gonna have to pour more. You know why I'm putting a lot of oil in this? Actually, there are some stew you can make without oil at all. My wife taught me that. There are some stew you can make without oil. So this one now, we're making it with oil. Okay, with groundnut oil. And then after we put the oil in the pot, we allow it to heat up for some time. Okay, when it's heated up, I have the onion here already cut, and this is tin tomatoes already, in a bowl. And this one here, I'll show you this one. This one has to do with green pepper, red pepper, and the yellow pepper, all of them mixed together. So these are all I'm going to be using to make the stew. And then I have my curry. Spice here, and then as usual the other spices, salty spices, and I'll take you through one after the other as I progress. So now this oil is getting heated up. Sometimes you might just allow it to get heated, sometimes not. If it gets too hot, when you pour this, it might be splashing, and that could be dangerous. If it enter person eye, so you don't let it to heat so much. You can just go ahead and put your onions first. See? Put your onions first. And then you turn it. Turn it. And probably you could just allow it for some time. Okay, let it just boil a bit. But not necessarily though, because if you let it cook too long, it might start burning. You now have black onions, which will not be nice. So what I do normally, remember this is Sylvester Madu style, this is my style, and so I like to cook my own thing. What I do normally is just to go ahead immediately and put the tomatoes. Okay, I just pour the tomatoes. I just pour it in. Make sure everything is out. Alright. Make sure everything is out. So stir it. Now at times the oil might be too much. Okay? The oil might be too much, but you can just let it cook. You can just let it fry. Once it's fried, because right now I'm frying the tomatoes. Once it's fried properly, then if there's excess oil, you can actually reduce it. But and the ororo they make the soup, and they make the thing. Then for me, like I said, I also go ahead to put this. Let me show you what this is. Let me show you what this is so you know how it looks like. This one, this is it. Alright, I chopped it into pieces, and then this one, I have a lot of it. Plenty pepper, they make sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this one too at the same time. You know, and then I stir it. You see, and I'll allow it to fry. I'll allow it to fry for a long time. So I let it fry for some time, maybe about 30 minutes or so, or less than 30 minutes. Once it's becoming fried, like looking very fried, cooked, then I'll start adding some other ingredients, some of the other condiments. So this is Men Can Cook with Sylvester Madu. I'd like you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sylvester Madu TV. That's where you can watch it, or my Facebook at Sylvester Madu, or on TikTok or Instagram. Men Can Cook with Sylvester Madu. Ciao. I'll be right back. Peace. Okay guys, we're right back here on Men Can Cook with Sylvester Madu. So far you can see the tomato is fried, but we're still going to let it fry for some time. Although I'm beginning to sense it's burning under, and that's fine. That's really fine. See, let me tell you some things. See the way it is now, it's quite okay to start adding every other condiments to it. But sometimes you can add more oil and allow it to fry very well. It all depends on the kind of stew you want to make. Some stew, you have so oily, you fry it so much that the oil synchronizes with the tomato, you know, and then you begin to add every other thing. But sometimes, just as it is like this, it's already burning under. That means it has gotten to that stage where you can actually add other condiments to it. So this is the tomato fried. You can see some of the tomatoes, I chopped it big. It's just like this. That's my style anyway. Yeah, that's my style. I told you, it's my style, Sylvester Madu's way, the way I like to cook it. So right now, after this, I'm going to be adding the chicken. Sorry, the turkey. It's already heated up, so I have to get this stuff here. Be able to pull it out. It's very hot, man. So no jokes. It's very hot. So I think I need to get this one. Yeah. So I'll put it here. Oh my god, this is just a small kitchen. Just managing to do everything all in here. So here we are. The turkey and the gizzard are ready. See, it's a bit dry. It's a bit dried. It's a bit dry because that's exactly what we want. See? That's the gizzard. You know? After the walk, I feel it's tough. Ah, it's hot though. Really hot. You know that this gizzard I'm eating now reminds me of growing up. Those years, my mom, you know, then these elders that eat gizzard, only the elders, the father of the house is the one that eat gizzard. So every Sunday we will cook, I'll slaughter the chicken, remove the feathers, butcher it. My mom will make the stew or make the salad soup, chicken salad soup. So whichever one. One day I go teeth meat for pot. I put hand, chop am. I don't know say na gizzard I chop. And the gizzard is supposed to be given to my father when he comes back. Omo, see gbege that day. We come here, I dey for kitchen. Sit down somewhere. My mom still dey try to serve my dad, so she was looking for the gizzard. We turn the stew, until she no see am. She just serve the man like that. I can't go parlor. They watch TV, my dad they eat. Then we come say So my dad started eating. At some point he started looking for the gizzard. Then he called my mom and say, can you see Kokuko? Where is the gizzard now? My mom said she couldn't find it though. See quarrel. My popsi say na she don't chop am. She say she don't know who chop am. Say she no chop am. Say how she go chop am since where dem don marry. She no dey give am the gizzard. Say she no know how it happen. Dem come call me say whether I no put the gizzard for the this thing. For the when I slaughter the chicken, did I throw away the gizzard? My dad asked me that question. I said no, I should put am now. Mom say yes, she put am, but me I no see am. Say me I put am, I just left. They call me back, say come here. And mom, you know, mothers they always know their children now. So she was like, bia. Which meat did I take from the pot? See as I take scatter myself. I say I did not eat the gizzard though. The meat I took is not the gizzard though. It's not the gizzard that I ate though. What I took is different. I say that means that me chop am now. My dad say go and kneel down there. I went and knelt down. You know, I went and knelt down. I knelt down there, the man chopped me, she leave me there for what? So, after a while, my mom came and told me to get up. With a dirty slap. So the next time I try to do that, I will not eat in the house. So, years down the line, I was with my mom and some of my siblings and nephews. So we were just having fun. We bought gizzard, you know, all this pepper gizzard, plenty. And then we were eating. And then I just took one and said, Mom, you can't eat it. She said, hey, Koko now, it's gizzard now. I said, so is it not only elders that should be eating it? She'll be like, what do I mean? So remember the day they slapped me because of this gizzard. Say now everybody, even all these small children here, they are eating the gizzard. Everybody started laughing. So generation has changed. Generations have come and gone. This is our generation. So you can go to the market and buy plenty gizzard and be eating it anyhow. Nobody's going to ask you any question. So back to this Sevesamado. Men can cook with Sevesamado. So here's the stew. You know I told you, let's allow it to cook a little. So now it is actually ready. It is actually ready. Everything is set. You can see it. You can see it. You can see it. Okay. The next thing I'll do right now here is to start putting the turkey and the gizzard. Anyway, matter of fact, this is just what I have at home. This is what we got in the house. So this is the protein we have in the house. Decide to use it. And trust me, As you dey walk, you dey shop. As you dey walk, you dey shop. Look at turkey. As you dey walk, you dey shop. So I'm gonna have to turn it. Hey! Turn your turkey, lizard stew, tomato stew, baby. Everything is joined. Okay, you see the way this thing is now? Huh? It is actually thick and it's good. But I'm still going to add water so that everything can cook together. By the time I start adding the other sauce, the spices. So now this is spice. So, yay! Ah! You know, I'm taking time to make all of these things because you'll be asking now, say, now who will chop all this food finish? Yeah. Like I said in my previous episode, sometimes you can just cook for the whole family. You know, just cook for the whole family. Let everyone have fun. Let everyone enjoy. It's not just about yourself as a man of the house. You can just do all of that. You know, this, even if not now. Certainly we cannot finish it today, but you can always reserve it anytime you want to eat. Bring it out from the fridge and make some rice and breakfast, dinner or lunch is served. You know, like the other day I ate gari for lunch, for breakfast, sorry. So this is it. What I'm going to do now, add a little water to it so that it can. Now, this is the point where if you need to use that water from the meat, that's the miliano, like my wife always call it, you can pour it here. But since I don't have it, I didn't want to use that one. So I have to just get ordinary water and add to it. So here, I'm pouring water. Depends on how thick or how light I want it to become. That will determine the amount of water I pour. So I pour enough water. There's one other thing I might like to add. You know, because the way it's looking now, it's looking cool. It's looking really cool like this. But there's one thing I like to add to give it some color. But that will be at the end. The moment I put it, I turn it and I bring it out. So but right now I'm going to be adding the curry. You know, sometimes some people use the fresh curry leaf, but this is grounded curry, so powder curry. So I can add more to it or less. If I want to make it a curry stew so that it will all taste curry all through, you add more of it. But if you just want to have a little taste of it, you just put little. So here we go. I want to actually add more because I like the smell. I like the smell of curry and I like the taste. Should be say, yeah, I don't even know what's in this. I don't know what's in this curry they give for body, but anything way they give, man, is worth it. The smell, man. Smell of curry can make me go gaga. Even if woman knows how to cook, once I enter the kitchen, smell curry, I feel propose. Yeah. So there we go. I'll leave it to cook for some time, and then I'll be right back. This is Men Can Cook with Sylvester Mago. We'll be right back. Okay guys, we're right back on Men Can Cook with Sylvester Madu. Here we go, this is the final stage. So you can see with the water I added to it, it's cooked. Okay, it's now cooked. It's now okay. So what I said before, the last thing to add, the greens. Look at it. This is just some carrots and some broccolis, you know. Just add some greens to it, just to make it look colorful. And it's usually going to be the last. You know that sometimes if it's back home in Nigeria, I could just use maybe ugu leaf or green, or maybe something greenish though. I'll make it look, especially ugu, I'll make it look, you know, green. It's usually attractive. Sometimes it's okay. Hey. Ooh. Fire. Okay. Actually, the broccolis are not much, but still fine. I just added that for color and for fun. So, hey, oh boy. That's why I say, they say if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. And if you can't stand the popping of water or stew or oil, just get out of the kitchen. Yeah. So it is ready. So our stew is ready. It's ready to be served with rice or boiled yam or boiled potato or boiled plantain. Whatever you want to eat it with, it's ready. Wait, make a test that first. Let me say because say na me cook am. If you chop this thing, you go invite me come your house, make I come cook for you. Trust me. So everything is set. I have to turn on the gas. Yeah. Alright, so guys, this is how we did it. Sylvester Madu style. Men Can Cook with Sylvester Madu. Please don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sylvester Madu TV. Follow me on Facebook, Sylvester Madu. Follow me on Twitter at Sylvester Madu. Follow me on Instagram at Sylvester Madu. Okay? So this is Men Can Cook with Sylvester Madu. See, my voice don't change. Pepe. But it's all good. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Okay? So please, if you want us to come and cook for you, hit me up. Give me a DM. You know, send me a direct message so that I can discuss that with you. You got a superstar coming to cook in your house, cook for you and your family. We feed one. You know, we'll discuss that. You tell us what you want, and we'll tell you the price. We come, we do it for you. Thank you very much. God bless you. See you in the next episode. Men Can Cook with Sylvester Madu.